I loved the book, but I felt that I wanted to inhabit it from start to finish. And I wanted to have those characters imagined as I was imagining them. So it was just time to say, I will adapt it as long as I can direct it. And Christine welcomed me, and it was the psychology of the novel, the brilliance of the characters, the complexity of the emotions, and I could see it, feel it, smell it. I've adapted before, so I'm used to that process of, just absorbing a novel or a documentary book and then going from there. Deborah was involved. We had her absolute blessing from the start, and Deborah's an absolute life force, and she just said, take it and do what you will with it, and has been shown drafts and gave us encouragement and gave us thoughts, and has loved the film and came to Greece and was swimming in the sea while her two daughters were around. And she's just an incredible writer and an incredible woman. And there are differences between the script and the book, but I think the spirit of Hot Milk is very much there, and that more people, even more people, because it has a huge following, but I think even more people will be brought to that beautiful book.
I certainly felt, I'll speak for myself, but I think you'll agree that there was a huge amount of trust, and because we were all there for the right reasons, and like you say, there was this great energy around the film and we all wanted to make it, I think the trust was there between all of us, and I certainly felt that, and that helped me feel freer, and we had to, like you say, come in, and it was sort of a baptism of fire, quite literally. It was hot, and we had a little amount of time to do it, and we had to be ready, and so yeah, you created that environment and surrounded yourself with all the right people, and it was a joy.
Yeah, she's open to, we never know what we do as humans anyway. What is a filmmaker? What is an actor? What is a journalist? Do you have the right question, or do I have the right answer? But she has the grace to allow for surprise, She's a director who opens the space for you and lets you be, and lets the story unfold, and lets him take the picture, and let me become the person, and let the text become alive. And I think that's a great director, when you have the grace of letting it happen and not trying to control it or understand it or, catch it. She's very, very generous and graceful.
For my part, I was just incredibly moved by people's faith in making it, and then what brilliance they came in with. And, there would be a little bit of discussion or this or that, but really when you ask someone to be that part, you're kind of, they are coming in, and they take that baton, and you're asking them for a very specific reason, because they're right for it and they're brilliant. And there was a wonderful energy with all of that, plus that, just Christopher, who was beautifully forensic with every shot, but sensitive to the actors. It wasn't like there was a technical side and it was like everyone was in it together, in a beautiful, beautiful battle, against the light fading.
Somewhere it's about failure, there's a lot of failed people. But I think films about failure are really important, like Samuel Beckett is important about failure. Because failure is a terrible thing in our lives, and we all have it, but we also have aspiration. Gomez is trying to be an unusual doctor, and he succeeds in being unusual, I think both Rose and her... Yes, but also the father. Her father has run away with somebody else, but is he happier in Athens? I don't think so. So people are trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
And failing.
Yeah.
Fail better.
Yeah. The idea in the beginning was always to be very minimal and let the story just have its own air. And of course, like when you have actors like them, and it makes it easy. It makes it it's not hard to, like, I think one of the conversations we had in the beginning was like, we need to stay out of the way and let them tell this story. And we did as much as we could.
We didn't have rehearsal time as a group, so really it was everyone arriving and talking through things, but there wasn't a formal rehearsing. Andrei Pankratov made Greece into Spain for us and was the most incredible eye in terms of the production design. And we just kind of lifted off as a company, really. There was an incredible energy, incredible crew. It was very hot. But this synergy happened where I think everyone was very excited to be making the film. And 3 weeks in, we were a little bit, and then Vincent came along and there was a new energy. So it was this kind of synergy of people. It was a very joyful and hard experience.